They want to become a confidential informant, they said. Can you do it? Oh, yeah.
After his arrest, the pistol-packing preacher took to YouTube to vent. That's because of what's in this affidavit.
What you've heard is totally not true.
A prostitute, marijuana, and a used condom in Pastor James McAbee's pocket. But what's in here, McAbee says, doesn't explain what happened out here. In a sworn affidavit, an investigator claims McAbee and a known prostitute entered the parking lot of the Red Carpet Inn around 5 o'clock on April 10th. The investigator calls the motel a well-known high prostitution and illegal drug trafficking location. He stated the two drove around to the other side of the hotel and stayed there for 10 minutes. They then left the parking lot and drove to 2660 I-10 East, the address of Studio 6. The officer indicated the woman got out of McAbee's Dodge truck and spoke to a man in a black truck before once again making contact with McAbee. McAbee left heading north on 11th Street, he says, to get groceries from Market Basket for the two people he spoke with.
And I looked down at the floor base and realized, she had her belongings in there, and I looked in a little zip bag, and that's when I discovered she had some stuff in there, and I was like, okay. So I did not go into the Market Basket whatsoever. I got back into the car to go back over there and confront said individuals.
The affidavit doesn't say anything about Market Basket. Instead, it says officers conducted a traffic stop after McAbee failed to signal as he approached the intersection of Spindletop and 11th.
I was pulled over on Spindletop and 11th because you got to turn on Spindletop out of Market Basket.
When they pulled him over, he eventually told them there was marijuana under the driver's seat, which he says was not his.
I don't smoke marijuana, but if I did, I'd look straight in the camera and say, hey, I did. But like I said, I'm a man of the cloth, and that's what I plan on continuing to be, and helping those who need help.
But that wasn't the only thing in the truck. Also, a fully loaded Glock 22 .40 caliber handgun in his waistband, and a used condom in his pocket, which he says wasn't his.
I just thought I was being pulled over to write me a ticket or something. There was no way I was going to let that be seen right there in the middle, and so that's why I did so.
So you put it in your pocket?
Oh yeah, I put everything on me. There was no way I was going to let them look in my car and say, I was doing something I should not.
He says they let him go that night. He later received a summons and turned himself into jail, first for marijuana possession, a Class B misdemeanor. Then a couple of weeks later, a second mugshot for unlawfully carrying a weapon, because at the time, marijuana was in his possession, even though he says it was not his. He also says he has church members who can testify things found in the truck don't belong to him.
Whether it's somebody else is the owner, it's still in your custody and you're in control of it, it's yours.
For that reason, Officer Joe Ornelas, who is unfamiliar with the case, says it will be a difficult fight. McAbee, on the other hand, is convinced he will win in the end.
I have no doubt in my mind, y'all keep watching now, y'all keep up with these tapes, that I'll come out on top. I know I will. No doubt in my mind.